Thank God for phones. It's good that we can communicate in different ways using different means these days, but I must admit that I do miss meeting up with people face to face, sharing a cup of coffee and having a good chat, being able to stop and have a chat in the supermarket with somebody. And all those things are off limits at the moment. We can communicate at a distance if we're not too close to one another. And obviously we can use our different phones and all the other gadgets and systems that we have these days. As you can tell from the way I'm talking, I'm not particularly technical at all. And recently I upgraded my phone from my old Nokia to something that I believe is called an Android, which when I heard that I didn't have a clue what they were talking about. But one thing I've learned about my new phone is that it can do an awful lot that I couldn't previously do. And it's become increasingly valuable and useful during this time of lockdown. You know, communication is important. And one of the most precious means of communication for me is prayer. Being able to come and communicate with God and to tell him of my needs, of my concerns, to come before him, sometimes thanking him for the blessings that we enjoy, even during these tough times. And then it can go just very quickly to praying for those who are really struggling and in need at this time. Sometimes, occasionally, I may wake up in the night and something's on my mind troubling me. I don't know about you, if that affects you as well. It always seems worse at night. But then I can pray and I can seek God's peace in my life. And you know, the amazing thing is that when I do pray to God, then I do believe that he answers my prayers. He does hear my prayers. He does give me a peace within my spirit. And there's something very special about that. Some of you might be feeling lonely at this time. You may live alone and you've got nobody really to talk to. Well, you can communicate with God. He wants to hear your prayers and he'll always be listening to you. And my testimony is that I serve a God who answers prayer and one who I can come to with whatever situation I'm facing. I remember a while ago, a long time ago now, where a loved one died very suddenly and unexpectedly, and it was difficult, it was tough. I even shouted at God, I was so angry. But very quickly, God showed me that he still loved me, that he still cared, that it was okay. And despite the circumstances, I could trust him for the future. I hope that's your testimony as well. But can I encourage you at in these times to pray, to bring your requests before God, and then see what happens. God bless you.